We're back, and we're going to be here till Christmas. Welcome to the Challenge Takes podcast, the hottest challenge takes on the internet. I'm Joe Puglisi, accompanied by Brian Smith.
Yellow.
And we are here after, 2 months, 3 months?
Almost 3 months.
Wow, it's been a little bit. Champs vs. Stars 2 took place, and we're about 2 weeks out from season 32.
Yep, and what is season 32 called?
Final Reckoning.
There you go, you got that right.
I sure did. I've been practicing that too.
Yeah, you have.
It took me like an hour before this podcast. I was making sure I'd get that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here, and we're here to give you a preview, to a spoiler-free preview, that is, as well.
Debatable.
No, okay. All right. If you spoiler-free to anything that hasn't been published by MTV. So previews are fair game. They put one out last week.
They put
was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
The trailer was out 2 weeks ago. Today we got a 4-minute sneak peek of the first episode, which is perfect timing because we were planning on doing this podcast anyway, and then they threw that out there for us today, so that was a nice little treat. Makes up for a trailer that I thought was pretty terrible, to be honest. Like almost nothing of substance was shown in that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anything. When you asked me if I wanted to see it, I debated it because I knew I was just going to watch 4 minutes of something like uninterrupted footage that I'm going to watch 4 minutes of 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, but
and honestly, it's kind of annoying whenever like you send me those sneak peeks that are like a minute and a half, like, oh, next week's episode, stay tuned. And then when that minute and a half airs in the episode when I'm watching, I'm like, oh, I've already seen this. Like, screw this. So like that's what it's gonna be. The first 4 minutes of the show, I'm gonna be like, what? This doesn't matter.
But it's the first 4 eepisodes of the season as a whole, so I feel like you can't wait. You can't not watch it when you see that get posted.
Yeah,
like that.
And we're rebranding ourselves a little bit. We're changing up our structure, and a few things are out the window. A few things are being added in, and one of the things is a hot take segment. In lieu of our Reddit top post and sad post. And one of them that we got to create some hot takes. And today I was thinking of a few, and one came to mind that was that Amanda and Zach's relationship would be brought up within the first 3 minutes.
And Zach's relationship?
My bad.
What relationship?
Zach and Jenna's relationship would be brought up within the first 3 minutes of the show. And lo and behold, in the preview, I was already proven right. It showed up about 2 minutes and 15 seconds in, Jenna and Zach talking about their relationship. And it was all right. It was like,
it was not all right.
Well, the only reason why I say it was all right is because Jenna actually said something funny for once in her life.
Stupid, which I tricked him into coming back to me.
I thought that was really funny, regardless of whether it's dumb or not.
All right, fair.
Regardless of whether it's factual or dumb or anything, I got a laugh out of it, and that's all I needed.
It might be if it was I could see if it was a one-time thing where Zach walked out on her, and they still genuinely loved each other, and they wanted to come back together. But he's walked out on her at least probably 3 times now.
Yeah.
He had a whole ass other girlfriend while she was doing a challenge.
Sure did.
Zach and Brooke should have been partners for this season.
Is that who?
Yeah, that's the girl that was on the phone on Rivals 3.
Brooke. I knew it rung a bell.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that going on, and we're here to give you a preview. We're gonna give you a rundown of all the teams, and some opinions we have of them or what you could expect. And we also have a power rankings of every team.
Go through the teams via the power rankings.
Now, would you look at that? Now that's how you hit 2 birds with 1 stone on that one. That's how you do it. So I say I'll bring up because I want to let you guys know that I have a pretty erratic schedule going on right now with my summer job and potentially with school and stuff. So I would say that we're going to be putting them out every Tuesday. But
I mean Wednesday.
Or Wednesday, yeah, sorry. After the episode. But you never know. if something, comes up with my schedule and I can't do it, we might have to record on a Thursday and, put it out Friday or whatever it may be. But we're going to try our damnedest to get it out every week on Wednesday.
There is the 1 week where I'll be on vacation.
So in terms of that, then we'll have to do, you guys will get a double episode. But we will get every episode reviewed. They'll all come out, but we can't give you a strict timetable. It's not always going to be Wednesday, midday, or late, or anything. It's just, it is what it is. We're busy people. We got lives. So without further ado, why don't we jump into the review, which is what I will say when we actually have an episode.
But we
because
don't.
It's a preview. So why don't you jump into the preview?
Honestly, this is probably going to be the most fun episode we do all season. Previews are... I loved the Vendettas one that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was one of our best podcasts that we ever had. It was like 90 minutes of just us talking.
Yeah, it was really long.
It was like, yeah. There was a lot of rookies on the season too, so it was like fun to look into that and see how well they did. And like I ended up being right when I was going on about how Natalie could be really good at challenges, because I saw that she had potential on Big Brother of actually being good at challenges, and she threw them as a strategical move, and Cam also being pretty good. We didn't expect much from Kyle.
No, we didn't. I haven't re-listened to that episode. It sounds like did you listen to it recently?
I'm just I'm just reminiscing in my head of things I said on there.
Rolling it off the dome.
Like I remember being high on Natalie, thinking that she would do good in challenges.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't remember a lot of my opinions on the people. It'd be interesting to re-listen to that and see what we thought at the time.
There were some people that we talked about for like 2 seconds because we didn't care about, like Leroy.
Yeah, that sounds like something we would do.
Yeah. Oh, hate to say it to all you Leroy fans out there, but I'm very happy he's not on this season. Need a break from Leroy.
Well, yeah. Need a break from Leroy, and I can say that there's no way he would have ever made it onto this season, because who is he even rivals with?
I mean, he still has Brittany and Veronica. Tony.
Oh yeah, Tony did mess with him.
Tony, yeah.
It's just, I guess you're right. I didn't even think about it. I always just
could have been Leroy and Tony as a mercenary team.
That could have been a fun one.
Yeah.
Fun, air quotes.
Debatable.
But it would have been a real one-sided love from me.
Yes.
We're loving half that team.
And frankly, that's what the Tony's team here is going to be. Spoiler alert. But
oh boy, we're gonna get to that in like 90 minutes.
Yeah, that'll be a while.
That's gonna be a little bit.
So they did reveal in the trailer 2 teams of mercenaries. I'm not sure if that's probably not what they're going to be called. That's what they were called last season. So that's just what we're going to refer to them as. We're going to go ahead and list them here as if they're actually part of the game.
Yeah. So let's clarify that real quick. There are 15 teams a part of the game. And 2 teams will be, as we're going to call them just for now, mercenaries, will enter in later, but they're not like mercenaries of last season where they hang out for one elimination. They're going to completely enter the game. Mm-hmm. They're just, in a sense, late arrivals. So they got a big advantage, really.
But they'll probably have to win something in order to get in.
Yeah, there's got to be something, because that's just the golden ticket that they're getting.
I don't think they're just going to let them walk in, because they're coming in, when the clips you see them coming in, it's nighttime in like that dome thing, which I think is called Armageddon. I saw it was like in the background. So I think that's what the elimination round is going to be called this season. And it was that type of setting. So I'm pretty sure they come in as like for an elimination.
All right. So that means in total there are 17 teams. And we are going to give you the rundown on them. And should we start at 17 and just go, or should we name every team and then start at 17?
I say we just start at 17 and just friggin' go.
All right. So the first team on our list, and inadvertently also via our power rankings, the last team, I should mention that our power rankings are a list of us, myself, Brian, and Alan
Aguirre.
I wasn't sure if I should say his name or just say Grantland.
Yeah, also known as Rip Grantland on Reddit, big Twitter, and he's all over the place pretty much. Writes articles on Medium about the challenge. Great guy. offered us his power ranking of how he would list the team, so we could have another perspective here.
Yeah, so because I mean, two guys giving their rankings, and I mean, I wish we could have like 4 or 5, which we probably could have pulled off. I'm sure we could have asked a few guys on the Reddit. Or we could have got friends, or we could have asked, just anybody. Tony, if you wanted Tony Talks Llama, if you wanted something really weird, if you wanted like just a mess.
He'd be objective.
Yeah, and good guy Chalmers.
Oh yeah, he would have been a good person to ask because he's probably our most loyal viewer.
Yeah, so we probably should have. Our apologies in advance, Chalmers. I guess would it be in the past because we're saying it now and he's listening to it in the future. So our apology was in the past, but he's listening to it in the present.
What a paradox!
Uh-oh. All right, never mind all that. Number 17, last place.
Oh wait, we didn't even mention. We're listing these teams out as the average ranks between the three of us.
Yes. So number 17 voted by us with an average rank of 16.6. So 2 of us voted this team last, which would be myself and you.
Yes. No, you?
No. Your cell block is over here. It's off screen.
Oh. Okay.
Because that's the average. That's Alan's. That's mine.
Can you open the thing up more so I can see what my?
Potentially.
Just zoom out.
Yeah, I'll zoom out. All right. All right.
Not that hard.
We're do that. We're do that. You guys bear with us.
We do a lot of pre-planned research for this podcast.
As you can tell.
Or pre-planning.
No, I don't know how this is working.
Just go down and zoom out of this. There you go.
All right.
Just hit zoom out.
There we go. We've done it. All right. So there you go. Now we can see our names, which will make it a little easier for us. So, last place, Angela and Faith.
Yes, I have ranked them last. You have them last. Alan has them second to last.
Mm-hmm.
The simple reason, the reason why I have them ranked last is it's just 2 girls, very new to the game, both off of a dating show. Now, Faith does have a military background, which I feel like not a lot of people know, so she could be okay. Angela, I feel like, is not going to be good at all. She's just there to possibly hook up with people or just yell at people and make herself a target right away, and they'll be gone.
Well,
because let's be honest, they'd be targets anyway. They're 2 rookie girls.
Well, yeah, let's be fair. I have now in the 4-minute preview that they gave us of the first episode, TJ stated that the last place 2 teams will be gone. Yeah. And now I don't know any better because I didn't watch X on the Beach, but I got a sinking feeling they're one of the 2. It just feels like it. There's some dark horses here. Someone could potentially be really bad at digging holes. I don't know,
or just brutally find or mess up how to find where the thing is because you need to like communicate with your partner.
Yeah, exactly. Who's digging a hole on Jenna and
Jenna's digging the hole.
All right. Now what about her direction skills? She might not make it to that. Like, Jemmy could give her perfect directions. You don't know where Jenna's going. So like, it's
not
up
that
in the
hard.
air.
Like you just say this many from this, like.
Yeah, but everything's up in the air. But I feel, I got a feeling that Angela and Faith are going to be going home first. But you never know. Could be a surprise.
I want them to get into the house. I feel like it'd be lame if a team of 2 rookies went out like what happened to Rogan last season.
Yeah, I want to see a rookie. Give him some time.
Because we don't even know what Rogan could have done in the house just because he never made it in there.
Yeah, just like I said, it could be a surprise. What if CT just gasses out? Just like total CT move and just dad bods it and gasses out.
I mean, you both know that's no way that's going to happen.
It's not, but you never know. All right.
Wait, we still didn't give enough. So you know nothing of this team.
No, I don't know anything.
I've actually watched X on the Beach, so I've seen them both. I feel like Faith is going to be good in have some good like sound bites in her confessionals.
Yeah.
Angela, I feel like is just going to be, no one's going to like her. Both in the house and like fan wise, like no one's going to like her.
She's a total heel.
Yeah.
Full-time heel.
Yeah. And she's also, not only is Derek ex Tori there, but his ex Angela as well, who continuously go back between. There's clearly a lot of sexual tension between them still, because on the show they're fighting one week and the next week they're like flirting with each other, even though she's with some other dude that's there. So I don't know what's going on there. I honestly could see them hooking up, Derek and Angela.
You never know. All right. And number 16 with an average vote of 16.3. So just beating out the average vote of Angela and Faith of 16.6. So you got to watch out. Those are easily like bottom two teams. In fact, both these teams, Angela and Faith, and as I should announce, Jose and Devon, are both made up our 16 and 17 on all three lists.
Yeah.
So they've got either last or second to last on them.
I mean, it's two rookie teams, so
you don't know what to expect.
And neither of them seem to be that athletically inclined. So.
Yeah, it's not like last year when we saw a rookie team or not team, there's no teams, but a rookie, and you saw a dude showing off his calves like Rogan, and a guy showing off his pecs like Josh, and you're like, these guys look good.
Yeah.
These guys look like they're gonna, know.
Davon was not good at competitions on Big Brother. Jose was the first person eliminated on Big Brother, and then was god awful on Champs vs Stars. You didn't watch for most of it, but he was quite brutal.
Didn't know he was on.
He nearly drowned. You didn't know he was. You watched the first 2 episodes.
I know, and I didn't know he was on.
You didn't remember that he was there?
I forgot.
Oh God, you're brutal with that. You gotta fix that.
No, yeah, I have no.
Your challenge memory is awful.
Terrible.
It does help you in certain situations, because when we go back and rewatch these seasons, you forget things that I've already told. Like, you ask me so many things that I've already told you what the answer to them is.
Well, yeah,
like CT wins this season, right? It's like I've told you 3 times that he does, but you still forget.
I still don't remember what season CT wins. Invasion, and I don't know. I still don't remember unless it's Rivals 2. But wait, does he? I don't even remember. Someone wins Rivals 2. That definitely happened. Someone wins that.
Yeah, it was CT.
Spoilers. I'm gonna forget.
You're gonna forget.
I'm gonna forget.
Watch it. Anyway, back to Jose and Davon, Team Big Brother. They should have a good alliance with Paulie and Natalie, at least, because those 4 were all on the same show together. Although not saying that's a very good alliance, but
oh, that's cute. Were they on the same season?
Yes, all 4 of them.
Really, Big Brother 18.
Victor was also on that season.
Oh my, they're really pulling from that season.
Yeah, it's better to pull from that one than Big Brother 19, which was a train wreck.
All right.
So, and there's actually some people that could lend themselves well to MTV. And Jose was the first person gone from that season, so him and Derek H actually share a lot of similarities in that they seemingly flop on every show they're on, but somehow still keep getting on shows.
Right.
So that's
why did he flop fast on X on the Beach?
No, X on the Beach actually has been his best showing by far.
Really?
Yeah, he's been able to avoid getting voted. Because there's a vote out ceremony every week, and he's been able to somehow avoid getting the axe. He's been there for the entire show.
There you go.
And that's with Angela giving him his cup or her cup vote almost every week, because the original people have the power to cut the X's, and Derek's one of the X's, so she's used her cup vote on him at least half the times.
Does this imply that he had a really bad "Are You the One" stint?
He was on the only season that lost Are You the One? And he also was the mastermind behind it. He was the strategic person that set up everything towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
So in storyline, he came out the biggest loser, because it makes it seem like he failed all of them.
Oh, okay.
The last clip is just him looking down in sadness, and it just airs a voice clip of him saying, "It's I'll let him down. I'll let them all down."
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, he didn't find his perfect match. He gave the girl his necklace at the end, like this is a sign that I know you're my perfect match, and this is a great connection. And he gave the girl his necklace, and then it wasn't his match.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's rough. And then he went on the Are You the One spinoff, and he got eliminated first on that.
Oh,
that is where he met Tori and started their relationship, where he then got eliminated right away on Dirty 30, and then she went on to cheat on him. So this is honestly his best chance. might as well not even talk about Derek when we get to him, because this is basically covering him.
Yeah, because he's a lot higher on the rank than where we are right now.
But Jose and Davon, don't expect much from this team at all. They're a layup.
You heard it here first,
Davon.
Folks. When they go to the finals, look back at Brian.
Davon, not going to be a good competitor, and she will be very good in the professionals too, I would say. That's what she was known for on Big Brother. She wasn't a very good player at all. She actually got this. She was
good personality.
Yeah, she was the second person eliminated on her first Big Brother season, and then they brought her back for another season.
And that's rare too.
Yeah, that's rare that they do that. But on the second season, she didn't do too well.
Didn't Vic get brought back?
No, he got brought back as a twist in the game, like a redemption twist.
Oh, okay.
It happened where he came back in the game twice.
All right. So
we're gonna 3 times.
We are gonna move on to number 15. But real quick, I want to remind you that we still have some after our power rankings. We're gonna hit you with some blazing hot takes because we have a lot for the season. Our season preview is gonna have at least, I'm gonna say, I got like 6 or 7 in my head right now. So we could reach 10.
Blazing takes or bold. Or just blazing bold
Yeah.
What would you call bold predictions?
Like some of them are like some definitely hot takes, as we imply, but some of them kind of fall more under a prediction thing. I mean, they're very they're kind of like apples and oranges. They're like kind of the same thing, but that completely different.
By the way, we are basing these rankings. Well, I'm under the impression that the eliminations this season will be completely gender neutral. That's what I've heard. So it's not going to be like, if people are wondering, like, is it going to be like, if it's like I'm not going to say that. If it's like Shane and Nelson against like Joss and Sylvia, will it be like Joss against one of them? No, I'm pretty sure it'll be the 2 versus the 2.
Yeah.
Which should be interesting to see how they.
Yeah. So if a girl versus guy elimination ends up happening, it's not. They're not gonna. I guess they're not gonna like call that or say like this is a girls' elimination day.
Yeah.
It's gonna roll with the punches. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say whether they're gonna do something like say if they're moving things, if like the girls get to move lighter weights or something like they've done sometimes on like carrying bags and eliminations and whatnot.
They could do like Big Brother style endurance comps where they have to like hold themselves up over something, and like you're being like a big strong guy can be a disadvantage because
you got a lot of weight.
Yeah, exactly. Traditionally the smaller girls won those competitions.
Interesting.
On Big Brother. So
all right, so number 15 we got Kayla and Kaylee. Yeah. An average rank of 14.6.
I have ranked them 15th. Alan has ranked them 15th, and you have ranked them 14th. So Kayla showed a lot of promise. I was really buying into her, and then on Vendettas, even though
a lot of people were
on Vendettas, even with a 4th place finish,
terrible.
Found a way to just challenge after challenge, nothing impressive really at all that she did. All being what am I being too nice about it?
No, well, I mean,
you're shaking your head.
No, I'm not. She just did so bad. Like. There's not really any way to justify like anything good she did on that season other than that she finished 4th place. And it's one of the, like, to my memory right now, which is obviously limited because everything from the challenge goes in one ear and out the other. It's the like hardest skate to a final that I've seen that's not by like a complete layup that they're like keeping there.
Yeah. That
they're keeping there because they want them in the final.
Well, she did win that last challenge before the final. Actually, that didn't matter anyway because the final was 4 people.
Yeah, it's just, and the fact that like she only made it to the final 4 because Nicole Z couldn't.
Nicole Z couldn't, and then Cam couldn't bet bet high on a 10.
Oh, that was such a bad. Oh my God, there's a lot of things. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So, So Kayla. Was okay. She was okay on Chimps for Stars. I'll give her that. I just don't see a person like that's in that good a shape sucking that much.
Yeah, she's really bad for like how fit she is.
Yeah.
Some people are like that.
tie for.
Yeah, I was gonna say
outside of the one season where you've seen of him where he was actually
he was
good.
so awesome.
Like other season than that, he was not. He was.
I
really
was thinking there's some other people.
Vince.
Yeah, well, I mean Vince is bigger. I mean, people always make fun of Swift, and wasn't he like kind of like
Swift,
jacked and
yeah,
good
Swift
looking?
like talked himself up as being one of the strongest guys in the house, and he was like not good.
Yeah. Can't say Dunbar. No, he was kind of chubby.
I mean, people thought he was good when he first showed up.
Yeah, there's been people that they just kind of show up and then you're like, oh, you're just absolute dog shit. Like like, oh, you're terrible.
Well, unfortunately for her, I hate to say it, but I hate to say it about her partner, but her partner is dog shit.
Oh, Haley.
Not as a person, but just as like a competitor. She showed nothing.
She's bad.
She showed no promise or ability as a competitor at all, and I really have no reason to believe
and
that
she's gonna keep getting these. And she got a call back because she got her stuff thrown off a balcony.
And she made it reasonably far into the season. Had a relationship with Nelson and Bananas.
Yeah, so that'll get you a call back if you hang out with those guys.
And she was a big enough personality on her UK
But
shows.
now I got a problem here, and is that Kaylee is like crazy and can like go off on people, but we will never see it on the challenge because of the bullying incident, and she will always, forever onward, play the face. During the reunion, she was like such a good girl.
No, she wasn't.
Oh no, she was being mean. She was being bratty.
Yeah,
she was. So I guess I eat my words a little bit, but I feel that when we watch like these little preview videos about the season, what they just put one out on Twitter about her, her and Kayla, she was being like really
reasonable,
nice about very reasonable. Yeah. She called it a misunderstanding. She's like, she said that we didn't really there's a bit of a misunderstanding between us and things boiled over. And, like, what was there to misunderstand about Kayla throwing all your stuff overneath? Well, it's because she didn't like you.
Well, she seems to have, maybe she's recognizing that she has to be nice and chill. And she used that in the beginning of Vendettas, and she made it far largely because of that. Yeah. They saw Melissa as more of like a person.
Did she get a, in this 4-minute preview that recently came out, did she
was buried, so no.
Okay, she didn't get one.
Yeah. All right. What did you say, confessional?
Yeah, confessional.
Only like 4 people are confessionals.
I just remember something being talked about. Did Kayla get a confessional?
No.
Okay. I just remember something being talked about.
This team as a whole is not very good.
Nope.
Now, we have no choice to rank, like when it's a girl team where we don't think either of the two girls are particularly that strong. It's going to be this low. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's nothing against them per se, but, like, how can you reasonably compete, even when you're, like, one of the top people like Cara Maria, against a team like...
Brad Kyle, Shane and Nelson.
Yeah. So, like, how can you do that? Like, those guys, it just...
I hope they could figure out a way where it balances it out, because I'd love to see a girl take out a guy team.
I really want to see that this season. That would be awesome. If an all-girl team could do that,
or just in general, like the girl being like even like if a girl's being the stronger half of a guy-girl pair,
which we're gonna see in Tori and Derek.
Yeah, that will definitely be the case.
That'll happen. But we move on to number 14.
A very similar team, because it's Kayla's good friend from the last season versus Kaylee's vendetta, or is really one of her good friends. One of the only people she knows.
Yeah.
Melissa and Cam. I honestly should be a fun and entertaining team. One of the teams I'm actually excited for the most.
Oh yeah.
Because we loved Melissa last season. She was
awesome.
Yeah. Not a good person.
No, she's a real bitch.
Including that stuff that she did, some real shady shit on Twitter, trying to accuse Kayla of cheating on her boyfriend with Tony, just based on nothing.
I didn't hear about this.
Well, they talked about it at the reunion. She just kind of started throwing it out there that Kayla and Tony hooked up, and people actually believed her. And then because Kayla got like super defensive about it, because like some bitch is making up shit to try to fuck with their relationship, and people were acting like, oh, Kayla's being aggressive. Oh no, maybe she did hook up with Tony. I seriously doubt that it happened, because Tony Not that he's
he was a good fall guy. He was a good fall guy because of his reputation.
Yeah, exactly. But I really don't think he did anything. Tony and Kayla are just good friends. People just need to accept that. It's really not a hard concept to understand.
Yeah. And she's a total bitch, but she makes for really entertaining TV, and I think that's why I'm drawn to her the same way that I was drawn to Camilla.
Yeah,
because
you thought Kaylee would be like this last season.
Yeah, I did, and it just happened to be the other Brit.
Yeah.
Because that's these people are just horrible, or she's just a horrible person and just totally crazy, but I'll be damned if she doesn't make for good TV.
Exactly.
So I'm all for it. She's a lot of fun, and I hope to see her
for the record, so you were actually higher on this team than I had them at 14, and Alan had them at 14. You had them at 12.
Yes.
Yeah. So you actually had them ahead of Chuck, Brittany,
because Cam is
really good.
Yeah,
so.
didn't she do really well on this Chance vs. Stars?
No, she got eliminated almost right away. But honestly,
I didn't watch.
You did watch, actually. You were watching that episode with me.
Did I? What episode?
She got thrown in against Brooke and lost to Brooke in but Brooke is massive, so I
remember now.
I don't really hold that against her. It's not like a huge deal that she got eliminated.
How did someone eliminate Brooke?
Brooke ended up getting purged out in
That's
thing
dumb.
Where,
she probably would have kicked some girls' asses.
Well, they made it. They switched it into a team thing, so Brooke and Shane were a team, and they got bottom 3 on a challenge.
That stinks.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So Cam and Melissa, one of the most fun teams. This is probably, other than Clara, Maria, and Marie, this is the team that I could see. Even though I have another girl team ranked ahead of this, personally, you don't.
Yeah, I don't believe I do, but our total rankings also does.
Yeah, this is the team that I could see actually being maybe pulling off a big upset in a challenge.
That's why I rank them reasonably high at 12. For being the second highest girl team, because I really think that Cam and Melissa can do some big things.
Work. Yeah,
they're Melissa showed a lot in her elimination, and Cam showed even more in her 3 or 4.
3, yeah.
So it's they got a lot going there. That's a good team.
So
I think that's honestly a 14 overall rank on average. I think is low for them. That's why I voted them 12.
And I think as far as them getting along, I don't think they'll have any issues. I think Cam's actually one of the more nicer, level-headed people, I feel like. So even with Melissa being crazy, she should be able to handle it.
Yeah,
I think. Which is surprising because Cam is, I think, by far the youngest person on the show.
How old is she?
She's 20. She's had only recently turned 23.
Okay.
She's only a year or two younger than us, honestly.
Older, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 22, so
yeah, she's 23. When we get to a point where people in the show are younger than us, and we feel old. It's gonna come soon.
It's like in baseball now that we're seeing people. It's this
weird.
This is BS. This is
well, it's already been happening in basketball too.
Yeah, this is
several years.
Seeing these 19 and 20-year-old players, and I'm like, are you kidding me, man? When I was 19,
I couldn't see myself at this age playing in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Or being on the challenge.
No, exactly.
But there's people who used to be on the challenge when they were 18.
How do you do I was not mature enough at 18 to do any of that stuff. I just wanted to be a kid. Anyway, number 13, with an average rank of 13, straight across the board. A few teams actually fell into that category.
We all ranked this team 13th.
All of us gave Chuck and Brittany the rank of 13.
Mm-hmm. I honestly don't have much to say about this team, only because Brittany is the epitome of average. She's done some good things, hasn't really done anything too bad, but never done anything that stood out this goes actually pretty good. So she just falls right in that middle category. And while Chuck, we just haven't seen him do anything.
He's just that's might be the most forgettable personality on the show right now.
Well, he's a rookie.
Well, sure, but these other people, Angela, Faith, Jose, and Devon, or Davon, however it's pronounced, are both are all 4 of those are coming in with their own kind of special significance or heat that they've brought in from other shows.
Yeah, well, Chuck was on another show with a bunch of these people, actually.
And what show was that?
That was Are You the One Season 3, which has, just from this season, Amanda, Hunter, Nelson, Devin, and Brittany. So that's 5 people.
Interesting.
That's a lot of people from one show.
Was he good on the season?
He was one of the more prominent guy figures.
Was he really?
Him and Devin are really good friends.
Oh.
I think him and Amanda were friends too. I can't remember anything else that he did.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's you're right. I don't have much to say about these two. Not necessarily that it's a bad thing.
They are not on good terms based on their interview.
Yeah.
They're probably one of the teams that dislikes each other the most out of all these teams, I would say.
Up there.
Because it's actually legit animosity too. Like, their relationship didn't have any closure. That's what she was trying to say in the video. He just flat out walked out on her. And now she's moved on to Brad. So which seemingly has been forgotten about, that Brad and Brittany are together.
Nice.
I haven't heard. I don't know. I haven't seen him mentioned much at all. But they are still together, so.
Well.
Good to see that relationship stayed the course.
Well, speaking of relationships, except this one has done the exact opposite. Our team number 12 is Jenna and Jemmy.
What do you mean by relationships?
Jenna and Zach.
Jenna and Zach?
Yeah, a tumultuous relationship, to say the least. By the way, coming in at rank 12, we have them voting or at an average rank of 12.6.
Yeah. I was. This is probably, I'm gonna, not to be an asshole here, but this is probably my least favorite team.
It might be mine as well. It's because I can't say that any of those rookie teams are my least favorite because I don't know any better.
I'd rather see the rookies.
The other team that I probably care the least about down there is maybe like Natalie's team or like Kara's team. Those are kind of down there, but I think you're right in Jenna and Jemmy taking the cake on that one.
So I actually have them ranked 11th, which is the highest. Alan has them at 12. You have them at 15.
Well deserved 15.
Yeah. So the reason why I have them above these other teams, I don't think they're actually. I think Cam and Melissa would beat them in most things, but Jen and Jeremy are going to get that floater bump, where as long as they can stay out of getting last in these challenges, which they'll probably do multiple of these. They'll probably do another silly purge at some point. They're going to just be safe for a while because like when people like Jenna and believe people actually like both of them. They're two really well liked people in the house. So they're just not going to get voted in at all. And then they're not a threat either competitively. So
no, they're going to float for a while.
So like people are saying Jenna got really unlucky with her partner, which on paper seems like it makes sense, but really in terms of getting far in the game, like Jemmy is not a bad partner because the last two seasons we saw her go almost to the end.
It depends because you're never going to win.
Yeah, but like is Jenna really going to win with anybody?
Yeah, so I guess maybe with her boyfriend.
Maybe with Zach, but I mean, yeah.
She'll never be able to win. Honestly, she'll never be able to win unless she's linked up with someone like Tony, because she needs a strong eater to get her through a challenge.
A strong eater.
And those people that are still in the strong eaters that are still in the game are Tony and CT.
I mean, there's people. And
CT's a little too old because you got to eat all of her stuff too.
Yeah, that's the other problem.
And that's why Vinny was able to do it.
Yeah,
Vinny Pig.
Vinny Pig. Yeah. So I just see this team going a while, but not really doing much at all in the game, which Jenna has made a name for herself by doing in her earlier seasons.
Yes, sir.
I'm just no fan of Jenna. I'm sorry. I just don't get it.
I'm a fan of neither there listed, and we're going to go up to the next team.
Oh, we're just moving on just like that?
Yeah, we're just going to move on.
Right.
And unless you really have something more to say about Jenna and Jemmy. All right, so that's a move on to two other girls that I don't really care about at all. Coming in at 11.
I'm surprised they're this slow.
Maria and Marie.
Yes, I had this team ranked at 9th. I actually think they're going to do okay.
I have them at 11. It might be not 11. That's 10. What Alan does. 10. It might be an under rank. They could potentially be better.
Yeah. So
it was more over that team. I rated Paulie and Natalie above them, and that's more over me kind of I kind of have high hopes for them.
Cara Maria is just far and away the best girl on the show, so I can't justify not putting her.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard. I think that she should go up more, but I have trouble putting her over.
So that can be a solid hot take. I think Marie will hold her own just fine with Cara as her partner. You disagree because you think she's a quitter, but
because she is a quitter,
but
and can't get out of baskets.
Hey, she cares about animals. Okay, she didn't eat that water rat.
Is that what it's come to right now?
She's the only one who didn't. Yeah, she didn't want animal cruelty. She wasn't part of that life, so no water rat for her.
Is that what she said in her confessional?
No, I just.
Or is she just doing it?
Yeah, that could have been something she could have said. That would have been funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's absolutely like Marie's sense of humor. She would have did that.
Marie is kind. I would. Who's like funnier to you between like Marie and like Jemmy?
Oh,
because they both talk about how funny they are. That's the only problem. Like they both know that they're like not good, so they just like talk up all this other part, like what they bring.
They're both like really average on being funny. I will say, for humor, they're pretty equal on being average. But I will give the bump to Jemmy because Jemmy's a way better confessional girl than Marie is.
But like Marie does say like sometimes some like mean things, but like also like truthful things. Like her interview with Cara, I thought was great because she was just cutting down Cara and talking about why people don't like her, and she was exactly right too of what she was saying. She was like, I hate to break it to you, but people don't like you. Most people like me. Which, believe it or not, I feel like most people, if they had to choose between Cara Marie and Marie, which girl they would want to hang out more, they would gravitate towards Marie.
I really dislike both of them, but honestly, I would gravitate towards Cara Marie.
Since when do you dislike Cara Maria?
But that's what I'm saying. I would gravitate towards. She's just boring.
You just don't like Cara? Well, she was boring on Vendettas because nobody like came after her in the game, so she kind of just sat there. Was banging Kyle every week, and then there she was in the final, and she won.
Well,
it was a very nondescript season.
Speaking of girls that think that they're funny,
Cara Maria thinks she's. Cara Maria will say some funny things every once in a while.
No, they're not funny. They're really cringy. She's really good at making me cringe.
She's been in hot fire a lot lately, which we need to talk about with Paulie.
Well, then we're gonna jump into that real quick because I don't know a single thing about that. I need Brian to enlighten me. So. Team 10, right above Cara, Maria, and Marie, is Paulie and Natalie.
I had them ranked at 12th. I just don't see them doing
and I believe,
that good.
I had them at 9.
And Alan had them at 8. Ooh.
Well, that's what I said. I have like just a weird feeling that they're going to do good. I don't really like I don't really like their team, but I think that like of the rookies, Paulie seems like the best of the rookies.
Yeah, he was a soccer player. He said on Big Brother that he was fortunate enough to play in the MLS. I'm not sure if that's actually true or not, but he was good enough to almost get to that point. So he is an athlete to some degree.
Yeah, and Natalie is shown that she's pretty good too.
He's not big. He's easily the smallest guy. I think
how tall is he?
He's like 5'9", like 160 maybe. He's not big.
That's gonna pose a problem.
Either. Yeah, and Natalie's the smallest girl. She's like under 5 feet. So
yeah.
But anyway, what I'm trying to get at here is the Cara Marie and Paulie stuff, which at this point is almost old news. It's been talked about so much, even though it was earlier in the month. Basically, it was revealed that Paulie and Cara Maria had some type of relationship on the challenge. They hooked up to some extent, even though Paulie had a girlfriend. That is from another show, some girl named Danielle, I believe. And it was like this big thing where there was all these articles being posted about it, about how heartbroken she was, which I feel like that's all just a bunch of PR nonsense.
Right.
The fact is that Paulie cheated on his girlfriend with Cara Maria, and then Cara Maria proceeded to parade around with him on like her Instagram story or whatever, like holding hands with him. So that became some big thing where she's kind of like, rubbing it in their face, rubbing in the girl's face,
right?
Is what people took that as, which people saw as like, Cara Maria kind of being a bitch there.
Yeah, so. when you get into a situation like this and you do the wrong thing, the best thing to do if you guys still want to like hang out and stay together is to keep it a low profile because you're gonna hurt a lot of people or piss off a lot of people,
which is what they did.
So you gotta when you do something that's shaky like this, you kind of like. you know, you made the bed, so you're gonna lay in it, but you should also, just keep it real low key. Don't put this stuff out on social media.
Also, almost every day it seems like Cara Maria is fighting with someone on Twitter, whether it's Amanda, whether it's Ashley, whether it's
Marie,
Kayla.
Marie back in the day, yeah.
Even Marie, they've been dropping like passive. I'm not sure what's going on with them. They've been dropping a lot of passive aggressive comments back and forth. So it'd be interesting to see if they actually found a way to mend a friendship, because they clearly didn't like each other from the video that we saw.
Yeah,
Cara and Marie. But we still have been talking about Paulie and Natalie's.
Yeah, we just like moved back.
Well, I mean, that was important to discuss,
Yeah.
So, Paulie and Natalie, a team, I have them ranked kind of low, and the reason for that is because I just don't see these people trusting Natalie in any way, shape, or form. Bananas maybe could carry her a little bit. Paulie, I could easily see Paulie being a Bananas kiss up, like, oh yeah, Johnny, I'm your boy, you got me, right?
I can see it.
Yeah. So, but like the rest of these people, though, I feel like someone like Sylvia or like Ashley, they just will not fuck with Natalie, because I mean the girl lies like almost instinctively.
Yeah, pretty much.
And like even and Amanda was the big one I was going to bring up, because she hates fake people, and she probably watched the show last season and watched Natalie say like, I'm going to do this, and then proceeded to not do it, or I'm going to save this person and then didn't do it. Amanda's on one of the best teams this season, so I could easily see them winning a challenge right away. Go for Paulie and Natalie.
Anything could happen.
Yeah,
it's the challenge. But
yeah,
are we done with these two, or should we move? Should we?
All right, move on. We're about halfway through.
Yeah,
this isn't even it. We already talked about this next guy for quite a while, Derek
and Tori, who got the mutual vote of 9, not unanimously though.
I was 10, you were 8, Alan was 9.
Yep.
The reason why I have them still low, ideally they could be okay, but I just have no confidence in Derek's abilities.
No, me neither.
Like his sample size in the challenge is actually so limited, and he could be really good. We still don't know.
I mean, yeah, he's got the second strongest girl on the cast.
You think Tori's the second best girl?
Oh, well, I guess there's Ashley.
Yeah. I mean, Tori's up there.
Well, I mean, I know you hate Tori, so
I don't hate Tori.
It sounds like you're trying to say that Amanda's better than Tori.
That's not what I'm trying to say. Okay.
Who do you think
Amanda has better winner potential than Tori? I think.
Who do you think is better than Tori?
Ashley and Cara.
Yeah. So 2 people.
Tori is like Cam are very similar, I feel like.
Honestly, though, I think this is going to be the deciding year to see who's better, Cam or Tori. Because I'm really close on that.
Because Cam did beat Tori, but
I'm leaning Cam right now.
Yeah.
But because we did see her she did beat Tori. But
Tori did better in her final though than Cam did in hers. And
absolutely.
And Tori's final was a lot harder.
Cam's going to be an elimination queen, but she clearly ain't an endurance queen. And Tori...
No, she actually did do well on the first challenge up the rock. She was the 3rd best girl.
Was she?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't show that when she was running around in the rain.
Well, I mean... that was
not even close.
I mean, it was because of the stupid log.
It wasn't even just a log. The moment she put that weight on of the suit of armor, she was just dead in the water.
I feel like I don't even remember her. Like, they barely showed her running.
She was terrible.
I feel like Kayla...
So bad.
They made it a point to highlight how bad Kayla was in that, but not Cam.
So bad.
But she was good in the first challenge.
Both of them. So goddamn bad.
Well, you're not always going to be running with knight and armor.
Oh, horrible.
Knight's armor.
Terrible.
All right. You're
God.
over-exaggerating this.
Terrible.
But Derek and Tori, I just have no faith in Derek at all.
I don't blame you, but you know what?
Like, he's gonna find a way to fuck it up. He just is.
There's a perfect example of what we were talking about earlier of like a dude with like a really good looking body that looks like he's jacked, and then he's just like
chocolate
horrible,
body.
As he would say, as he will literally mention
came
every
in like
10
a good
seconds.
chocolate man.
You're gonna get it at least 10 times an episode.
And the other thing you're gonna get, and this is the thing I can't stand about Tori, which I don't hate her, but to the point I mentioned,
sure seem like you do.
these ridiculous faces that she makes.
They're not
Do
good.
people think that this is funny? Like you could, and it's blatantly obvious that she's doing it for the camera because you could. They show the shot, and there's like 6 people in the shot, and only one of them is making a goofy face, like, "Oh my god, that's so shocking," and she's the only one. I feel like Sarah.
It went through her head because like some people liked it in Dirty 30. And then
she's been doing this shit since her Are You the One show, though. Let's be honest.
That it's her calling card.
Yeah.
And it's just not.
I feel like Sarah was the person they relied on for the reaction shots in the past.
Yeah.
But now it's Tori. But like she knows she's it's only her
Sarah
second
Rice's reaction shots were great though.
Her reaction shots were genuine. Tori is just like, "Oh my god, I gotta look like shocked."
It's just because
confused.
Sarah feels so passionately about everything that like it's just she has such a strong feeling.
I feel like
towards
Tori
it.
doesn't. Like I feel like she's one of the more chill people, in that she doesn't take it that seriously.
I can see that, and yeah, she's just. I think it is probably pretty likely that she's playing it up for the camera.
Now this is a team. If they actually are pretty good in challenges, it'd be interesting to see where they fall politically, because I really don't know what either of them much relationships with the stronger teams. Because Derek, I mean, who does he know? Is Tori really have any strong? Tori's strongest allies that we've seen her has is like Kayla and Jenna, and they're not going to be much of a threat in this game. So
yeah,
politically, this is a very interesting team for one of the better,
because they could form some relations and get like real tight and like
Because I actually have no idea who Tori is friends with. Like actually, like
I don't know either.
Who she would ride with.
People.
Derek was on X on the Beach with Paulie, but
And
Paulie
Corey.
and Corey, yeah. But Paulie is like non-existent on X on the Beach. He never does anything. So like,
didn't even know that Paulie's on it. So
he does. Yeah, he doesn't do anything on the show.
Well,
We're moving on.
Number 8, our first of the 2 mercenary teams to make the list here, Corey, Mr. Popcorn Muscles himself, and his partner, Devin.
Mm-hmm. This banana's gonna get smashed by this team.
Absolutely not.
I wish it happened again.
He's not. This team. I love Devin and I like Corey, but
you used to love Corey. You've
it's gone down.
Yeah,
but I like Corey. Devin's one of my favorites. I don't see a lot going with this team.
And Corey has come off like a nice, charming guy for the most part for most of his shows, but he's really taken a downward spiral.
I would like to point out real quick about the averages here, because they come in 8th place with an average vote of 8.3, but Alan and Brian voted them 7, and I voted them 11.
Yeah, so you had them lower than Car, Maria, and Marie.
Yes.
So you that low on this team?
I don't think.
Is it like a Derek situation where like Corey, like you just think Corey's gonna find a way to fuck it up?
He's gonna blow it, and Devin, if something physical happens, I mean, not saying that Devin's in bad shape, but do you see the other guys on this?
Yeah,
like
they don't. They don't match up well at all to the other guys. Like they're 2 of the weaker guys.
Yeah.
So that's an issue. No, Devin is smart, so that could work to their advantage, considering Corey is absolutely not smart. So it is a balanced team in that regard.
Corey has like some of the most enemies.
Yeah, it is not. Yes.
For a guy on the show, like just in general, not just on this season, he's got a lot of fingers pointed at him, because he pointed a lot himself. Mm-hmm. And he also has a good amount of allies too. He's got a.
I was going to point out though, on X on the Beach, I'm not sure if this will matter at all, but he's really taken a downward spiral in terms of his character. He just looks like a fucking asshole the whole time.
Really? He's turning heel?
Yeah, like real bad. His girlfriend, you remember Alicia from last season?
Alicia.
Corey's ex.
Mm-hmm.
He was the girl that he was hooking up with, Taylor, throughout that whole show. Spit on Alicia. And he was like gassing her up the whole time. It was just a bad look. Not good. And the whole way he's like treating this is like he's trying to pretend like he actually cares about the relationship with the girl Taylor. Mm-hmm. But like
But it's Corey, come on.
But then he's talking to Alicia about how it's not that serious.
And yet all the while he's got a baby with Cheyenne.
Indeed he does.
Corey's everywhere, man.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they wanted to send him in there a little bit later this time to make sure he didn't go home like almost right away.
What's interesting is every once in a while I see like tweets or Instagram stuff. Not tweets, just I don't go on Twitter, but Instagram stuff of Cheyenne and Corey spending some like quality time together with the kids. So they play like mama and papa with those kids. They just
doesn't make Corey any less of a fuckboy.
Sure doesn't. Seeing that he went on a show called X on the Beach.
Yeah.
But we digress into the oldest team.
Yeah. Team grandparents.
Yeah. Number 7 on our list. CT and Veronica with an average vote of 6.6.
Yep. So I have them at 8. You have them 7. Alan, the highest on them at 5.
Way too high.
Also has them as the best guy-girl pair. Actually, no, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't, because Hunter and Ashley's, but the second best guy-girl pair. We're gonna talk about them regardless. Anyway, so CT and Veronica. There's what more needs to be said about this team than we already know.
Yeah, you know this is a face value team. You know what you're getting into. You're getting Dad Bod CT. He's gonna be a really cool guy. He's gonna make some funny jokes, and Veronica is gonna do nothing and expects to just, kind of hang around and play a bit of a political game. Very soft political game. Yeah. And then have CT power his way through the challenges to keep them alive.
And, the thing is, I can't imagine, I can't remember the last time CT was just outright voted into an elimination. Somebody's like, I'm going to throw you in CT.
Yeah, you're out of here, man.
I can see them going far just based on that. But
yeah, they're going to be a while.
I don't see them, winning many challenges or really being a huge threat.
This will be you said that Jenna and Jemmy will be a huge floater team, and they will be, but I think this team's gonna take the cake as the biggest floater team, because you're right, no one's gonna point a finger at CT.
Yeah,
and they're not gonna come in last.
No, there's too many shit teams. Maybe towards the middle, if there was something.
Maybe if there's a DQ, they do something wrong.
That might not even be a thing. Last place. To go straight into elimination. I feel like it wouldn't be, because the fucking with girls competing against guys, that's kind of silly. Although the first purge they did do it, so I don't know.
You never know.
Yeah. The more you know. I did think it was funny in their interview. Veronica basically acknowledged the fact that she shows up for the vacation. Yeah. It's like, well, I was never gonna win, but now I got you as a partner, so then I actually have to try.
Yeah, they're make for a little bit of entertaining TV, but I don't think they're going to get much screen time.
They'll just kind of fall into the background? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Veronica's lack of screen time that she's gotten the past 2 seasons is going to drastically affect CT's airtime that he's gotten the past
CT bit. Usually always is solid for good.
Well, he is. And I think this absolutely, without a doubt, will be the lowest screen time you will ever see in CT's entire career.
Except for the seasons where he got kicked off right away for punching somebody in the first episode.
True that. Except he was also 90% of those episodes.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even sure about. Well, yeah, I think so both times.
Yeah. They're gonna fade. But they will be there a while, at least 3/4 of the season.
You think so? Yeah.
At least they're gonna hang out. Because you're right. Who's gonna point the finger at CT?
No one.
Because if he comes back, he's still CT.
Yeah.
He might have a dad bod.
Turn it on and just be a monster.
In short spurts.
Yeah.
No endurance.
Yeah, his back was really going out on him on that Challenge for Stars. Tony carrying CT to a challenge win. Imagine that.
Yeah. So, we move on to number 6. A team that I rated very high.
Yeah, this is the biggest discrepancy between 2 teams by far.
Easily, because somebody named Alan has them egregiously low. Terribly
well, this
low.
is like a post-hype sleeper team.
All right, so we're going to give you the name now. Joss and Sylvia with the average vote of 6.3, and Brian came in giving him the vote of 6, so right there. I gave him 3rd on my power rankings, and Alan giving him a big old 10 spot, having Natalie and Paulie and Derek and Tori and Devin and Corey over these, and CT in it.
I just don't get it.
I'm hot.
You send Joss in a challenge against any of those guys, and he murders them all.
Kills them.
Yeah, so we're just Now we actually still haven't seen much from either of these two because Sylvia has gotten sick in both of her appearances. But when she has gone into elimination, she has performed well. But she still hasn't been. There's still a lot of things that we haven't seen from her yet, like whether her mental game holds up well.
Yeah, we don't know anything about either of these two's like puzzle game or like or stuff like. What about eating? Do we know anything about that?
Sylvia did.
So that's the problem. That's where the unknown is. But I'm buying in. I'm buying in that their physical prowess is too much.
Yeah.
To take these two are beasts.
And Sylvia is the only issue with her is her endurance is lacking. Probably not that bad, but there's a lot of girls on the show that would be better than her.
I believe I was talking to.
So it'd be tough for this team if this team makes it to the end. It would be tough. It'd be really tough to see them winning a final.
Because I was talking to Brian about this. And the only guy that could potentially beat Joss, we think, is Zach in a straight up like physical, like one-on-one.
Yeah.
Maybe if Tony Time pulls some magic because he like you say no, but he like literally never like it's just his tank's never empty. It seems like the past year. Like you never know with him. He's a wild card. But Joss can beat pretty much everybody that's on here. And Sylvia, the only girls that are that could probably beat her are Carmera on a weak team,
Tori,
Cam on a weak team, Tori on a weak team, and then Ashley on a very good team. So there you go. I think that team.
Maybe Ashley. Yeah.
Ashley and Hunter
I feel like Ashley's
take
not
them on.
Ashley's not actually that great in like physical stuff. I feel like Sylvia would be here. I think.
You think so? Well, I think that would be a really good fight if it was ever Joss and Sylvia versus Hunter and Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a one to watch. And what was the elimination that we were talking about? Oh, Joss versus Zach. That is one to watch. That better happen this season, please. Because that
I hope
would
it
be
wouldn't
so
happen
good.
because I don't want those two teams going. One of those teams going home.
Well, yeah, you're right. I don't want any of them going home. But that's must see TV.
But this is one of the most set up teams politically, because the thing is Sylvia has got
Tony.
the Lavender Ladies, as they're called, and the Dolphins, two separate alliances that formed on the two shows that she did.
Mm-hmm.
So she has potentially Marie as a good ally, Cam, Kayla, Amanda, and Ashley, and Shane, at all as like potential allies. No, Tony's not her ally. She turned on Tony.
Oh, right. My bad.
Tony's probably one of her enemies, to be honest. So that's like 6 or 7 people that are looking out for her, that could potentially be looking out for her, including some really strong teams and some weaker teams. So like she's really set up nicely here to like hopefully if people are voting with their heart and they want to protect their friends, then I could see this team just kind of floating by, even if they don't win that many challenges, just by not being a target. Unless the guys become intimidated by Joss. But Joss is just a nice guy. He's not going to like get in Sylvia's way. He's going to let her run the show, hopefully. Because she has more potential eyes than he does.
All I can say is I'm really, really excited about this team.
Yeah, me too.
This is probably my favorite team on the show right now. Behind them and another team that we're gonna get to.
What an upgrade for Sylvia. She was just known as the girl who fell into the water face first when you first saw her.
The nosedive plunge girl.
She took another plunge in the trailer too.
She's good at falling. Plunge. She's good at falling.
Yeah, so good they included it in 2 separate shots in the trailer.
I don't remember this, but I'm gonna have to relook this up.
The trailer shows a slow mo of Sylvia falling.
If it was that important that they had to show it twice, like man.
I think it was just bad editing. I think they just messed up and didn't realize they put the same clip in twice.
Oh, whoopsies. Well, number 5.
Yeah, and this is where we start to get in. Notice we haven't mentioned any teams yet that have 2 guys on them.
Yeah, we have Corey and Devin.
Oh yeah, Corey and Devin, right? I forget that they're there, that they're coming.
Yeah, they're forgettable.
This team is kind of forgettable too.
They are for oddly enough because one of them,
the stronger teams.
Yeah, Brad and Kyle.
Yeah,
with a average vote of 4.3 because I have them at 6th. Brian has them at 5, and then Alan's got them all the way up at 2.
Yeah, so he must think Kyle is really good.
Yeah, he's up on these people. I mean, Kyle's shown that he can do it, and I mean, what? Brad's a 2-time champion. Three
One
time?
time.
One time?
One time. He was very close several times, but only one time.
I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
So like, this
He
team
was
is
good
nothing to
last season.
scoff
He was a
at.
killer, honestly, Brad.
Yeah.
He really should have been in that final, to be honest.
Yep.
A lot of strong guys
Some
last
faulty
season, though.
equipment.
Some faulty equipment did him in. Yeah.
Still, that was one of the worst eliminations that's ever
I
gone on.
don't even
the
remember.
show.
Like, it was just like over in 2 seconds.
Oh, so bad.
And Nelson getting eliminated too. That the challenge before it's like, sorry Nelson, you did the worst at today, so we're gonna send you
Nelly,
home.
you gotta go.
Yeah, it was literally just Nelson, you gotta go, without no prior explanation.
Oh, I forgot about that, and
Yeah.
that hurts coming back to that, man.
But now politically, this team is also a pretty big question mark. Will they side with Bananas, or will they side with I'm assuming that like Shane Nelson and Hunter and Ashley, when they come in the game at some point, and Sylvia and Joss would be a strong, tight-knit group. So where would they fall?
So you're wondering where they
between them?
fall?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kyle was pretty big with Bananas last season, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he made it clear that he would still vote him in. Like, he would make a move against Bananas.
Yeah.
If he could.
Well,
and Brad is not a Team Bananas person.
yeah, and so far through the season that we've seen of Kyle, he seems like pretty fearless. Where like,
He'll do anything.
Yeah, where her turn is back on people. But I gotta say, you know who else did that? Corey.
Yeah,
And it backfired hard.
it did. But then again,
And we all thought, you're going to say, but Kyle's way better.
No, I'm saying...
And we all thought Corey seemed amazing in his first few seasons.
No, I'm saying that Kyle is being strapped to Brad makes it almost impossible for him to fuck up as bad as Corey did.
True.
Because, like, I mean, he has in a game where some of the teams are made up of like two average girls.
He's also smarter than Corey. We should bring up.
Yes, in a game where a lot of the teams consist of two average girls, he has one of the strongest guys as his partner.
Yeah.
So like he really can't fuck it up.
Yeah, this team's gonna be good.
They have probably the weakest reason for being a team out of any of them.
Wasn't it a Twitter beef or
It
something?
was literally just Brad used his grenade on Kyle. And
the
Kyle,
flippers?
Yeah, no, he tied his ankles for the
So he
swimming challenge.
couldn't swim.
Yeah, so then
you're out of here,
yeah,
Kyle.
So then Kyle was like yelling while he's like, "Drawn, you bastard!" I don't remember them having like any conversations otherwise. I feel like
that was an awful elimination. That was one of the most one-sided challenges of all time.
Because none of them could get down to put the
None
thing
of
up.
them could. Oh man.
Well, they made the teams and like Zach and Tony were making the teams and they're just sitting there laughing at how bad like Nelson, Cam,
Yeah.
like they're just laughing at all the bad
The
swimmers.
swimming challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, that was brutal. The only person on that team that actually could potentially do anything would be Kyle, and he was tied.
He was tied.
What was also funny is they didn't even tie him because there was no need to.
And they had one more person already, so it was 7 on 5, and then the 5 people couldn't swim.
that has to go down.
And that was the same challenge where they gave them Burger King to the Troika and a ride to a massage place.
Oh yeah, and they got a ride in the sweet cars.
Yeah,
that has to be. You're the one with the better memory. But that has to be the most one-sided challenge. Like daily challenge ever.
There was a lot of them back in the day, probably when they had the battle of the sexes, and it was guys competing against girls in challenges.
That's just
or just like a team of guys versus a team of girls.
At least within the past like 15 seasons.
Probably, yeah.
All right. Well.
Oh, the other funny thing about that challenge too is Cam using her grenade on Kara to like I think it was a time penalty that she used on her, and then they were like, "Oh wait, can we still put her on the same team with Kara?" It was like, "Oh, we can. All right, Cam and Kara on the same team." So you just gave a time penalty to yourself, basically.
Oh, it's classic. Oh man. So we're gonna move into number 4, which is the only other team that was unanimously voted out of position. We all gave them the rank of 4.
Were.
Shane and Nelson.
Yeah. This might be the most entertaining team. Their team dynamic is hilarious.
Oh, it's so good. If you guys have any questions about this team, go on to like Twitter or anywhere or I read it or something, and start looking some stuff up. Check out the pictures that they're posing together in. Check out the interview that MTV put out of the two of them talking about why they're vendettas. Like, the dynamic between these two is absolutely hilarious. And that's why I said that Jocelyn Sylvia is the team I'm like highest on, but then like right here is like Shane and Nelson. Like these guys competitively are gonna be really good. Not like outstanding. They're gonna be damn good though. Yeah. Nelly will probably find a way to F it up, but they are gonna be like the most entertaining team.
The thing with them is interesting is Nelson is great at eliminations, meh at challenges, but Shane is really good at challenges. He's meh at eliminations, but he's pretty smart guy, can be the brains of this team. And again, a team that could be set up well alliance-wise.
Yeah, I think they're going to do really good. I think they got a good chance of making the final. But of course, as I just said a minute ago, Nelly will probably find a way to fuck this up.
And probably by getting last in a challenge on some stupid thing.
Yeah, because Nelly...
After you just go to war with Darrell for over an hour, and then you flip out on like a transition on a truck thing.
Yeah. It's absolute BS.
Or you punch Derek.
Yeah.
Give him like a love tap.
Good old love tappa. Yeah.
Still mad about that. It literally ruined the end of the season.
And who was in the middle of all that?
Hunter. Camilla
standing in the middle trying to play Peacemaker.
Camilla right after.
Yeah.
She went off on a racist rant to attack somebody with dumbbells.
She's all like, you know what?
I'm going to be the Peacemaker here.
I'm going to keep some peace going on here.
Ridiculous. Well, we don't have to see Camilla again, so.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Never forget.
Never. BB.
So,
Love you.
Shane and Nelson.
Hit me up.
One of the best teams.
On Twitter. If you're listening, Camilla.
You don't want any part of that.
Actually, is that my old handle? I mean, I have two accounts, and I never use either of them.
You have two accounts?
Yeah, I have one that I made like a more adult one for like school and stuff, where I like only follow like movie things and stuff that's related to my career. I think it's called Joe Pug's Blogs.
Joe Pug's Blogs.
Yeah.
Generic.
So, yeah, it's go follow me. You can watch as I don't tweet for years.
Wait, why
years
do you have?
end.
Okay, so for the next team, why do you have it? Did you screw something up there?
Well, what's the problem? Oh yeah, I did. I did.
So then the team that has 3 should be second.
No, that is the actual. Okay. That is the actual third team because you guys have both of them. You know what?
Well,
in second place is definitely Hunter and Ashley.
All right, so
third. In third.
All right, so we're talking about Hunter and Ashley then.
Yes, 100%.
One of the mercenary teams that are coming in, a really good, strong team. I put them at second. You have them at fifth. And Alan has them at third.
Yes, and that's because, as I said, I'm very high on Joss and Sylvia, and I'm just giving the leg up here with Shane and Nelson, just barely. These teams are good.
I just don't think everything is going to be a super physical challenge. And Ashley is a strong ass girl. We've seen her win challenge. She won a challenge. Her and Cara and Veronica are the only 3 women on this that I've won before.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter is a maniac. That guy's awesome. Yeah, one of the best guys probably just in terms of consistently doing well in every challenge, no matter what it is. Mm-hmm. Like even in his he's only been on like 2 seasons, but like he's killed everything. He's better than Nelson in that regard, as far as like regular doing. And Ashley's the same way. Just everything she does, pretty good. So
yeah, she's pretty
and
good
well rounded because Hunter is not smart, but Ashley's one of the smartest girls. So
we'll figure it out. I mean, yes, this is a very good team. Don't get me wrong.
And they're like not
with
even
my 5th ranking.
Yeah, and they're like will be considered exes, but like I feel like they're like friends, so it's not even going to be an issue getting along for them. And again, another team that could easily plug in right there with Shane and Nelson next to Joss and Sylvia, maybe next to Zach and Amanda too. Well, that'll depend. As like a really strong alliance.
Yeah, they're gonna plug in real quick. That honestly, that is crazy because some of the top teams are like all buddies, and they're gonna form a really, really, really
like
powerful
all those people
grouping.
are close friends. Like if they were smart, immediately get on the same page and go for freaking bananas. Go for bananas. Go for CT. And
get these big boys out.
Yeah, that's what I would do. And get out Paulie and Natalie too, because those fuckers will lurk around.
Yeah, there's the two sneaky ones right there. But yeah, they're a damn good team.
They're a
Hunter and
badass
Ashley.
team. Honestly, when I was,
we should mention real quick that they're a mercenary edition.
Yeah.
In case we didn't say it.
Yeah, which is just even better because I don't.
And
see
aren't
them
they
losing.
the second edition?
In the trailer, they were the second edition. I'm not sure though.
So do you know? Do we know if the mercenaries are coming in at the same time or at different times in the show?
No clue when they come in.
Okay, so then that's it. Regardless whether they
I'd
come in
imagine both of
episode
them
2
would
or
come in-
episode 20, this team's gonna be good.
Yeah, and they're not gonna. I don't see them losing in elimination when they. If it's something where you have to win elimination, they'll probably be fine to get in.
No, yeah, they're gonna do good. This is a team where you could even feel confident about them winning against a guy team.
Yep,
like they're
for sure.
them and Joss and Sylvia. These are and Zach and Amanda are just 3 dominant
Potential dominant
dual sex teams right there. Yeah, potential dominant teams. Where I don't think you have to worry much about any competition unless they're facing each other or the person that
Which
we have
again
ranked
would be a
number
smart
1,
move
but
by
we're getting there.
the rest of the people in the house to push these people against each other. Which that'd be some awesome elimination rounds.
So, number 2.
Number 2.
By the way, I'd like to mention that it was a very close rank. Hunter and Ashley got a vote of a 3.3 on average.
Yep.
And Zach and Amanda, who's our number 2, got a vote of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, Zach
Satan's asshole,
and Satan's asshole,
as Zach would say.
Zach and Amanda, your favorite team on the
Yes,
on the
by far.
season.
Honestly, I saw them on screen together for like 5 seconds, and they're probably the team that dislikes each other the most out of all of these people. I'm confident in saying that.
Are you sure over Chuck and Brittany?
Yes.
Positive.
Yeah. Maybe not positive, but they're one of the teams that dislikes each other the most. And that's
Car Marie and Marie. Come on,
Car Marie.
they
yeah.
hate each other.
And in spite of all of that, I still ranked them number 1.
You sure did. Yeah, it got Brian's personal rank of number 1. I gave them number 2, and they got number 6
Brutal.
by Alan because he is just wrong.
Yeah.
Just
What
wrong.
are you doing? Okay, so let's start by saying Zach objectively is probably the best guy in the show.
Yep.
He just is.
And the only person that could rival him is Joss and potentially Brad 5 years ago.
Maybe Hunter could in something that isn't like a size. Because, I mean, Hunter beat Leroy in something physical, so.
Yeah.
Even Nelson.
Because I was like size and speed when you beat Hunter too.
Yeah.
But Zach's like really fast
Zach
too.
is
isn't
really,
he?
yeah, Zach is super fast.
Zach's just a beast.
We saw it in the preview thing. Like he was
Who's
he was zipped down there right away.
And he was first to his hole.
Yeah.
To go dig out
The troll toe. Satan's asshole.
Satan's asshole. That's what it was.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's going to be in for it because
It's going to be an entertaining team.
Yeah, exactly. Because Zach, there's I said this earlier on Reddit, but there's 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and Zach fighting with his teammates.
This is going to be
Every season that he's ever been on the show,
he's always gotten into it. He's so competitive.
Whether it was people that he was friends with from his season, like Sam and
Yeah.
Ashley.
This will be his most competitive season. I mean, not competitive. Most prominent season on screen time. I think it will beat out how much screen time he got when he was with Frank, Sam, and Ashley.
Then when they won the season?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because he also has like a flamethrower, like Amanda throwing drama shade, and then he's gonna be arguing with her, and they're a top team. They're gonna get a lot of airtime.
Yeah.
Which is weird because Zach usually doesn't get a lot of airtime. He just kind of does his thing.
Yeah, on Free Agents and Vendettas, he just kind of chilled.
Besides his rookie season, was that Battle of the Seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides that, he's really just been like pretty off the grid.
Well, X's one, he had that thing with John A where he was just a dick to her the whole time.
That was horrible.
Yeah. And again.
It's just he really treats women poorly.
He called John A the devil.
Mm-hmm.
So if John A was the devil, then what's Amanda?
Well, Satan's asshole.
Yeah, Satan's asshole, but probably even worse than that, honestly, in his mind.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen the way he's treated Johnny. We've seen the way he's treated Sam. Haven't seen it on TV, but we have heard how he's treated Jenna.
I'm already envisioning a challenge in my head that's like the mini final from Bloodlines, where cousin Mitch was able to do the puzzle in like 5 seconds, where they literally spend like the entire time up the mountain just yelling at each other, but they win still,
right?
Just because they're a really good team.
Yeah,
that's why I'm not worried about the miscommunication. Like they could still be good in spite of that.
Yeah,
but the politically is the trouble, because Zach,
they're gonna get a lot of heat.
Zach generally plays a low key political game.
He's gonna be hanging with Bananas.
He wants
too.
to, exactly.
Be tied to that.
But he's not. But no way is Amanda just gonna sit there and let him run the politics of the game, especially when she has a ton of friends on her own here that are out here, like Ashley, Ashley and Nelson are like real tight with Shane even. So she has Shane and Nelson on the same team, two of her like best friends. Mm-hmm. So like that's going to be a team she's going to want to protect. She's going to want to protect Hunter, and Hunter's one of her good friends too. Like she's one of the more underratedly one of the most connected people in this house, along with Sylvia. Mm-hmm. Now she doesn't have the Maries and Kayla's on her side. But still,
boy, darn.
Yeah, God forbid you don't have those people on your side.
But
she has all these strong teams on their side.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. So, again, looking forward to it. Amanda, my favorite person on the show. I banged the desk there. That was stupid, but
well, you banged it very lightly.
Well, I'm excited because I didn't think that she would come back, but here we are, and they gave her Zach because they want to make sure she does well. Let's be honest. That's why they did this. They barely even interacted on screen before. Mm-hmm. They could have given her Jenna, in which that just would have been an okay team, but probably not much of a threat. So,
and now we get to number 1, the power ranking of what we believe to be the best team on Vendetta.
I don't believe they're the best team.
Brian gave them a rank of 3. I gave them a rank of 1, and Alan also gave them a rank of 1. See, it's coming in with a 1.6.
See, that's
Bananas and Tony.
I feel like me ranking them 3rd is a big hot take. Now it's a biased take.
It absolutely
it's a biased take
because you love like 3 out of 4 of the people in the team, 2 teams above it.
Yeah, so that it is a biased take, but I don't know. I just can see it with these girls.
Well, I guess what I could say is I don't really like hate Bananas.
He's the most fun person to watch lose.
Yeah,
like when he loses, it's awesome.
No, yeah, it absolutely is. Like, and it's weird. Like, I don't like Bananas, and like. I always usually root against Bananas because, as you said, it's fun to watch him lose. But when I'm watching him on a season, I'm like, oh, Bananas is controlling the game. God damn it! But then like when we're sitting here right now behind my desk, I'm like, Bananas, whatever. I don't know. I get some mixed feelings about it. Like I'm not like a huge Bananas hater. I'm not a huge, but I don't support him.
And this is what I'm trying to what I've been getting at this whole time. I don't think they're going to run the game this season.
Well,
I can't. Like, what is his?
I don't necessarily think there are either because, as we've stated,
like
they
Shane
have a
and Nelson,
huge alliance underneath them of really good competitors.
Shane and Nelson cannot be that stupid to let to.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shane and Nelson aren't gonna.
Joss and Sylvia too.
Shane and Nelson aren't gonna buy into it. Brad and Kyle aren't gonna buy into it.
Maybe they will. We'll see.
Oh, Brad, no. Kyle, maybe. CT will.
Car, Maria, and Marie.
Joss and Sylvia
Car, Maria,
won't.
and Bananas are like friends now, which makes me sick.
The biggest, Corey and Devin absolutely won't.
No.
I said Joss and Sylvia won't, but what do you think?
We said Paulie and Natalie are almost guarantee that they'll be like
right up the butt.
They'll be like the number 1 minion team.
Up the booty. Ashley and Hunter, they're not.
No,
not going to. And most of those teams that we named are within the top 6 of the people that don't like them. While the teams that are, for them are kind of middle of the pack teams. There's a really strong alliance against Bananas right underneath him on our power rankings, and it could overpower him. You're right. I don't think he's going to run the game. But this is also Bananas, and this man can make milk out of clay.
Bananas, the guy who is 1-6 in his last 7 eliminations.
He's also won 6 times.
Yes, but I mean,
All right, since he's been 1-6 in his last eliminations, how many times has he won the challenge in between there?
Once. Where Sarah carried him. That's a hot take.
That is an El Fuego take.
But I'm gonna be honest. People talk about this curse and how he's been cursed since he stole the money, but really he hasn't been the same since Free Agents, which was probably his most impressive win. But let's be honest, since then it's been a drop off, and it's only been because he did win that season.
He peaked on that mountain.
Yeah, because he did win that season with Sarah, a season that was incredibly weak cast, where he was given by far the best partner, who, in my opinion, was the reason they won that challenge way more than Bananas did. For most of those challenges,
you think that she was better than Bananas?
Yes,
on that?
absolutely. She in most of it, we watched that. You know that season well.
It's one of the. I still need to rewatch it. I watched it very early in my career.
We don't need to rewatch it. But anyway, yeah,
we need to rewatch it. It's the best season.
Sarah
ever.
was like the reason why they won and were so successful in so many things. Mm-hmm. So like, even that, like, if he didn't have as good a partner, he wasn't gonna be that great.
Well, I mean, she's top 3 all time girl, maybe top 3, top 4.
5. Top 5. I don't know. I feel like people overlook her because she's not like a big strong girl.
Well.
But
I mean, he's been paired with some damn good girls before.
Yeah, which is what makes us sad, is because this was supposed to be a Bananas and Devin team, which just would have reeked of awesomeness.
That, when it was initially read out to me from Brian, oh my God, was I excited. That would have been one of the greatest single pairings of all time.
Yeah,
that is. You think Cara Marie and Marie hate each other? Like, these guys. Man!
And the thing is, Devin is not, even if they
he doesn't back down.
Even if they did well together, Devin wasn't going to be the guy that's just like, oh, now I'm friends with you because I got to work with you. He still wouldn't like him.
No, they absolutely.
But like
wouldn't.
Tony, I feel like it was just one thing that he did wrong to Bananas.
They will be buddies they're already probably buddies.
You already said that, didn't you? Tell me that.
I said that they're probably buddies before the season started.
They'll be buddies by episode 3.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, on terms of actually airing it on TV, they're gonna drop the gimmick of disliking each other by episode 3.
Bananas and Sarah did that.
I guarantee you that within like a month, they were probably even less. They were chill after like the reunion.
And continuing the string of great luck of Banana partners is that almost every time, not only does he get a strong player as his teammate, but also somebody that he doesn't even like dislike.
Yeah,
like Tyler and him were basically friends. Camilla and him were basically friends. Even though they had that big blow up. That
the classic, the famous.
Him and Nani, they like didn't even like, they almost like faked a storyline just so they could be a team. So I'm glad they didn't do something stupid like Bananas and Natalie, because that was just some phony nonsense that they tried to perpetuate as like a couple.
Yeah, that was like the worst pairing that he's had so far, even though it wasn't even a team-based thing.
Yeah, but I was glad that they didn't do, like, I could have seen them doing something stupid like that and putting Bananas and Natalie together.
Well, if they wanted to give him a bad partner, they could have did Bananas and Kaylee.
Oh, that would have been funny.
But you couldn't after that woman got her stuff chucked off about.
They would never get Bananas that bad of a partner.
Yeah, they production-wise,
they can't risk him going
ratings
home like
wise
that early.
Yeah.
But Banana is not in the preview at all because of this whole Devin situation.
Which is unfortunate.
Which I don't really know. They haven't shown Bananas in anything for the previews of the season. So,
but he is on.
But he is there.
100% there.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
And you and him have him ranked as you and Alan, almost out of respect and just the fact that it's probably the 2 strongest people on one team, just because it's 2 strong guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not buying into that because I don't know. I see Bananas fucking up.
Yeah, but Tony's limitless.
Tony time will be up. It makes me sad because I really do love Tony, and him and CT were pretty awesome on these last couple episodes of Champs vs. Stars.
Oh my god, I did not watch the last couple episodes of Champ vs. Stars, but I was lucky enough to watch a couple minutes worth of highlight clips on their Twitter page. And that's really all you need to see. I mean, if you want the real deal, go watch the episode, but it fills your heart with joy to watch those 2 boys ride a bicycle in tandem, bobbing their heads together.
It's almost too bad, too, that they couldn't have, like, found a way to sling enough money at Wes to get him to come back to be Bananas' partner. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, that man's making more money running his business.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, exactly. That's the downside. It's too bad because Wes coming back to a regular season would be so awesome.
You're right. Like, who would be better? I mean, that's a better team. Bananas and
Tony
Wes.
is probably a better team still because Wes is
You
like,
think so?
Yeah, because Wes is not in the greatest of shape. He's still
Yeah,
good. He's still really.
He doesn't
good.
work out anymore.
But like like the mini seasons, I still aren't even close to the level, like competitively speaking, of the real challenges. So
right.
So anyway, that's going to do it for our run through of the teams there.
You have our power rankings.
Should be fun. I like the idea of these teams. I honestly didn't think that we would ever get like a team challenge or a pair challenge, or at least not this early. I'm surprised they went ahead and did it here.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I like the teams. It's a lot of fun. Don't really have a problem either with the backstory. Like people complain a lot that this is a weak pairing because they didn't talk at all. But I mean, most of the times,
like really, you guys put these guys together because of a Twitter beef.
But honestly,
fuck it.
But honestly, yeah, and even teams, we've seen teams that actually did have an isolated incident where they like blew up at each other or something happened where they get along fine. Like Paulie and Natalie had like a big feud on their season, but they're like friends. They made up and have been friends for a while. Like they're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Jose and Davon. Same thing with and Brad and Kyle will be fine. Shane and Nelson will be fine. Joss and Sylvia will be fine. Zach and Amanda will not be fine. I think we both know that, but yeah. So that's going to do it for our team review, and we're going to move on to our next segment, which is...
All right, so we are moving into the sauna.
Which it feels like in this room right now because we don't have the air on.
It's pretty hot in this room, so whenever we move into the sauna, you start feeling those hot takes, you're going to understand our pain because it's like 90 degrees in my room right now.
We're on the verge of sweat. I'm not kidding. We're on the verge of
it's really
sweat
hot.
Is
in
coming down our faces almost.
Because I have central air in my home, but not in this room, unfortunately. So I use an AC unit, and it's way too loud, and it would be picked up on the mic, and it's very loud. Where no noise reduction work could fix that audio, so we have to record with it off. And I would love to be able to open up the window. Unfortunately, the window is aligned with the desk, where I've tested it on a stiff breeze. The mic will pick it up. So here we are in an incredibly hot room.
Luckily, we'll be here until Christmas, so it won't be an issue for us later on in the season.
Yeah, the last 8 episodes are going to be a little cooler.
It's literally not even July yet, and we already know ahead of time that at minimum, like Thanksgiving, we're going to be talking about this.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous. So we're going to hit you with some hot takes, and we got a bunch for you because this is the season preview, and we got a whole season.
I would say these are more bold predictions.
Yeah, there are a few hot takes in here, but there's some predictions, and I'm going to start you off with a prediction because of the team that I have clearly in the preview touted as my go-to team. I believe wholeheartedly that Joss and Sylvia are making the final.
All right, I like it.
Now, that's just a prediction. We're starting off cool, You guys got to wait a little bit before you get to the temperature of my room. So, we're going to move in. If you want to throw out a hot take at any point, I got a list here. All right, we're going to go with a hot take that Brian kind of said it earlier, alluded to a hot take that I had, is that Tony... As much as I talked him up, Tony time is up. He's going to blow it.
You have him rank 1, though.
I do have him rank 1 because on paper, they think they're the best team. But I think Tony's going to have some sort of colossal failure. And he's going to blow this 3/4 through the season.
I hope it's not. I hope it's Bananas who has the colossal failure for them.
I absolutely do, too. If there's going to be a failure on that team, I want it coming from the Banana side. I got a sinking feeling. So far, this has just been... absolute gold. Tony hasn't struck out, except for kind of the final of Vendettas
for 2 straight seasons.
He's just been straight fire of just constantly improving. We haven't seen a limit to this guy, and I think we're gonna see it, and we're gonna see it in a big way. and it's gonna all come crashing down. You got one, Bri?
I mean, so the one I told you about earlier. So I think it'll somehow end up in some weird way. Now there's all this talk about how it's unfair that all these girls are in the challenge, but it'll somehow end up being at the end a guy team, a mixed team, and then a girl team will make up the 3 teams in the final.
I think that's a good take.
That's exactly what happened on Bloodlines.
And
I also think
that would be fun. I mean, that's a good take. Who would you say would be the girl team? It'd have to be Cara Maria.
Either Cara Maria or me, or God forbid Jenna and Jemmy.
If they really sneak in.
Yeah. But I mean, purges could easily. This is why they have purges, so shit like that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So that's what makes that a hot take.
Mm-hmm. And I think it is rather scolding.
You know what? I'll throw it out there. I'll say the guy team, Shane and Nelson. The girl team, Amanda and Zach. That would be an awesome final.
That'd be a fun one. Which girl team would you think would be with them?
Cara Maria.
Yeah, that'd be a fun final.
But if the final was somehow Amanda and Zach, Shane and Nelson, Joss and Sylvia, and then either Ashley and Hunter sub out for.
If there's like a 4th team.
If there's like a 4th team or one, or even something in for any of those 3, to be honest, except Amanda and Zach, that would be an absolutely iconic final, and it would just prove how dominant that group actually is. If they somehow made it all the end like that. For that to happen though, Amanda would have to get Zach to fucking actually do stuff for her, which I can never see happening in a million years, and why that team will be a mess. But it's gonna be so much fun.
All right, we're gonna start getting a little hotter here. And I got a take here. It's a hot one. Yeah, it's about lukewarm. It's warm, above average, close to the temperature of the room. Corey and Devin are out immediately.
Okay, so they come in.
They're going to come in late, and I think I can't say the episode that they return because they could return halfway through an episode. By the first elimination after they return, they will be gone. They will be eliminated in that or purged or something. Whatever it happens in between from when they show up to the end of the first elimination after that, they will be gone.
Okay.
Because the way I look at it is I just see it's just going to be one of those situations of a little bit of bad luck where they're going to come in and immediately Bananas is going to be like, oh, I hate these guys. They're the worst. And, anyone who's out against me is an enemy of me and all my friends. And then it just so happens that Bananas is going to win the challenge after they show up, and he's going to vote them in. And then they're gonna go up against I guess it would be the loser of that challenge, whatever that
but we
challenge
don't know
may
if that's
be.
the format.
They're gonna vote them in, and then they're gonna face each other, and the Gonzo. I just don't feel it. I don't think they got what it takes. I like the 2 guys, but I think they're dunzos. They're dunzos, and they're dunzo quick.
So going off of my theory that the girls will actually do pretty good for themselves this season, I'm going to say that by hook or by crook, and in an elimination round, a team with 2 girls is going to be a team with 2 guys at some point. Maybe that team is Devin and Corey.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious if they lost to
well, I mean, that's the only incredibly non-dominant all-guy team.
Yeah.
That's the team to do it against.
Mm-hmm.
And it would
if it happened to one of the other 3 teams, it would be like an all-time upset.
Yeah, it really would be.
Depending on what the challenge is, but
yeah.
But it just showed that if it actually is possible to happen, then it shows that production did a good job with the formatting of this.
Exactly. And I think that you're right. It would be an all-time upset because I was thinking of upsets recently, and I don't think you can consider, Devin's beating Bananas as an all-time upset. We kind of saw it this could happen. Yeah. The scale weighs in Bananas' favor, but it wasn't unforeseen that Devin beat him in a button pushing memory game.
Yeah, but before the season, if you were gonna, someone's gonna tell you Bananas got eliminated and it was by Devin, that you would immediately be, oh my god, it's such a big upset.
Yeah, true.
To see how it all played out.
Yeah, when you see it happen in real time,
it was really telegraphed. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move. Let's get a little hotter in temperature here.
You're gonna do your Jose and Devon thing.
I was thinking about doing that one next. I really was, and I guess I'm gonna have to now.
Despite not saying anything nice about either of them as competitors.
I got a hot take here. I'm feeling it. It's gonna happen. Jose and Davon will win a challenge.
Not a straight up daily challenge.
They will win a daily.
God, I can't imagine.
Something's gonna happen.
What ridiculous challenge could
Okay,
this be?
so this is what I got in my brain. It's gonna be like one of the older challenges where there's like really, really like goofy rules where like people accidentally DQ all the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, like that when they jumped off the cliff and like
and everyone kept DQing, and like most of them are just gonna DQ, and then they're just gonna have to beat out like a sample size amount of people. That's how it's gonna happen, because I see they definitely recently over the past like 5 years I've noticed that's a huge problem, and have like cut out like the amount of like DQable offenses and challenges.
Yeah.
But they show up every once in a while where there's like a DQable way out of these challenges. And I think that's the only way that it's going to happen. But hey, you never know. What if it just turns out that these two are freaking legends and they just crush everybody and they win a daily and then get eliminated next week?
All right. I'll say that Derek H is going to do something really impressive.
Something impressive.
Probably like he'll like win an elimination and he'll be like the reason they won.
It'll
be this big heroic moment in storyline.
Well, you think maybe it'll be like a physical game and where like Tori has the easy W against a girl and he has to go like twice against a guy that's like totally better than him and he like loses the first time.
Maybe not something
and then
like
like
that,
goes in and is like
like maybe it's like even if it's like something like goofy, like a janky elimination, like he'll like really step up.
Just the fact that he came
like because people assume that Tori's gonna really carry him through this.
Mm-hmm.
So to see him be like the reason they really like clutched up and won something will be nice to see.
All right. What about No, that one's a scorcher.
All right, we're gonna just go ahead and end it.
No, I got a real. You want me to just ring off my last?
Yeah,
three?
Go ahead, ring it off.
All right. So this one's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I gotta take that Brian will knock over the microphone that's on my desk within a month. Within a month, we're gonna have some real shoddy commentary.
If this actually happens on the podcast, it would be hilarious too. Because you'd be like, "Oh, there it is!"
Like, I'm gonna probably have to cut it or drop the audio if it happens because it's gonna be really loud.
Gotta leave it in. That's hilarious.
But you're gonna knock this thing over because it's not a very good tripod, and the mic isn't attached well. There's like no way to really do it. It's gonna fall.
So we're making hot takes about the challenge and about the challenge podcast.
Yep. We cover all all horizons here. Now this is where it gets real hot. This might be the hottest one I got. Brittany and Chuck will win 2 eliminations before exiting before episode 6.
All right, so I feel like episodes is a slippery slope here because they draw out shit so much. But so basically, how many eliminations would take place for them to go out?
I was thinking
like 5.
I was thinking about 5.
So they would win at least 2. They'd be in at least 3 of 5 eliminations.
Correct, or they could get purged.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
It's scorched now because
I just don't see Chuck and Brittany being a team that continuously Chuck like Natalie and Paulie doing that. I could see, or like Angela and Faith. God forbid if they somehow did that.
I feel like Chuck could really show it up, and Brittany, as you said, she's average. If they get some layup teams, that's why I said in the early episodes, if they get some,
but like, how are they going to end up in elimination?
I just feel like that they're going to get voted in a lot.
I don't see it.
No,
they'll gang up on the rookies in the beginning, and like Brittany has enough friends there, like she'll be fine. Brittany doesn't really get sent in that much.
I was under the impression that a lot of people are very 50-50 on Brittany.
No, she's usually just pretty fine with
Is
most
she
of the
pretty
people.
tight with a lot of people? Well, I'm not changing my take because
but like
I'm
I
all
can
about
see
them scorchers.
I can see that happening with another team, and that being an interesting thing. But I just don't see it happening with.
There's always a team every year that just gets sent in a lot in the beginning.
Yeah,
and usually like makes it back once or twice.
Adam and Brittany.
Yeah, it just happens, and I think I just think that it's gonna be Chuck and Brittany this year. And well, that's about it. So but we're gonna leave you with a bombshell. On our way out, where every week we're gonna give you one last scorching take. And this one, I don't know if it's as fire as Brittany and Chucky, but it's hot. So here you go, folks. Our bombshell, our first bombshell. The next season of the challenge will be 40 people and over 25 episodes, and that includes I'm thinking it's a 2.5 to 3 episode final, 2-part reunion. They're gonna give us some bull BS show after it. We're gonna get over 25 episodes, folks. So that's my bombshell. When we got 40 people, we got a lot of people coming in.
I mean,
and it's gonna be a lot of money, and it's gonna be real extra.
It's gonna be like half the year next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be coming in from March to September.
What if they just did a 25 episode season and then like a 20 something episode season, and then just every week there was a challenge season? There's no way that's gonna happen because it'd
be horrible.
There's no way that's gonna happen because they do the spin-offs in between.
That's the whole point of the spin-off. So they
yeah.
can...
But like
that's my take, baby. It's hot.
It's 2 challenge seasons a year if it's 25 episodes.
Well, you don't got to limit it to a year. They can. In the past, they've gone from November to
the
blah,
structure
blah, blah.
of the last two years has been 2 challenge seasons per year.
But that's what we got. We got some sizzlers, so that'll do it. That's it. That was scorching hot, and that's gonna do it for this episode. We will see you next time, which will be episode 1. We're gonna see some people dig up some people.
Indeed.
I'm Joe.
Satan's asshole.
That's not true. See you later.
See ya.